In this video today, we're going to be talking about, in my opinion, what the best cases and the overall #1 best case to buy right now and invest in Counter-Strike are. Obviously, there's a ton of talk about a new update, a new operation, new content, all of this stuff coming out very, very soon. It might already be out by the time you watch this video. I don't know, but I do think if we do get a ton of new content or a new operation or whatever coming very soon, that cases, especially the cases in the rare drop pool, could become some of the best investments in the game, because my theory and my hypothesis is if we get all this new content, case prices could drop. People might try and sell out of their cases, or the demand for these cases might just go down overall as people want the new shiny stuff. And if these prices drop, again, these are some of, in my opinion, the best investments in all of CS2. And if the best investments price drops, that's an opportunity to buy the dip and get some of the best, hopefully performing assets over the next couple of years in the Counter-Strike markets for great prices. So that's why I think cases are such an interesting topic to talk about right now. But of course, first, want to mention real quick, if you are looking to sell any of your CS2 items, turn them into cold hard cash or crypto or any other payment method, definitely hit me up on Twitter. Going to be the first link in the description below. I'm buying pretty much anything and everything for the right price. So again, if you're looking to sell and you need some money for some of that new stuff, sell me your old stuff. I would appreciate it a ton, and you're helping support me, my channel, and my content. Hit me up. We can probably get a deal done. With that being said, let's get right into this. So first up, we are talking about the clutch case. This one has actually been doing pretty good as of late. It's up 6% in the past month, but in the past year, this thing has been getting absolutely crushed. It's down 54%, but the numbers, unboxing numbers for the clutch case are still really good. 120,000 clutch cases unboxed, according to CS2 Case Tracker in the last, I believe this is week, and that's pretty crazy. It's one of the highest unboxed rare cases, and of course, it needs to be because the supply of it is so big, but like I said, it's actually been doing pretty decent lately. It seems like we're kind of eating into that supply a little bit, and prices are starting to do decently for it. Now, I know it's kind of a mid case overall. The skins aren't exactly that crazy. It's got the M4A4 Neo Noir, Bloodsport, USP Cortex, Op Mortis. It's got some okay skins, and it also has gloves, and obviously, knives are going to be more highly sought after than gloves, but there are some gloves that have been doing a pretty decent come up lately. It's got driver gloves, Imperial Plaid. It's got King Snakes in them. It has Case Hardened Hydra gloves, which obviously have a little bit more something to it now that the you have the blue gems and stuff like that. It's got Vice, it's got Amphibious, it's got Bronze Morph. So there's actually some decent gloves in here, and gloves do continue to kind of go up in price, and with that, the clutch case will do well. Obviously, the clutch case is at a very, very attractive price point at just 47 cents. Is clutch case my #1 huge opportunity? No, but I'm sure over the next couple of years, the clutch case, will do pretty well and will be worth more than 47 cents as we go forward in the future. Another case that I really, really like is the Chroma 2 case, but any other Chroma cases, a Chroma 3 case as well. Again, if we look at CS2 Case Tracker, the Chroma 3 case has been the most unboxed out of all the Chroma cases. Obviously, it probably has the most supply as well, but all the Chroma cases do pretty well. They're fun to unbox. People really enjoy unboxing them. And again, if we do get a new influx of players and streamers and content creators return to the game and everything, Chroma cases are some of the most fun to open, and obviously that's because of the Chroma finishes on the weapons. You get stuff like all the Doppler knives for some of the very, very coolest knives in the game, like the Karambit, like the M9 bayonet, like the bayonet, I believe, as well. So these are always really, really attractive to open up. Chroma 2 case actually down 3% in the past month. Chroma 3 doing a little bit better, up 5% in the past month. But if we take a look at the 1 year for both of them, Chroma 3 pretty much flat in the past year, and then we have the Chroma 2, which is doing a little bit better. 294 for the Chroma 2, 267. So again, they're all very, very similar. Chroma 3 is getting unboxed a little bit more right now, probably with a little bit bigger inventory. Chroma 3 a little bit less unboxed, but to me, they're kind of hard to differentiate between. I don't think you can really go wrong with any of the Chromas. Again, they're not my top choice, but they're up there. I think if you're investing into Chroma cases, I don't think you should stop. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Next up, we have the Operation Phoenix weapon case. This thing's up 10% in the past month, 9.64. It's been doing very, very well. And in the past year, what do we got going on here? About 11% gains over the past year. I believe I have it pulled up here. Some cool skins in this one. You have the Op Asimov, you have the AK-47 Redline, iconic skins. You have the AUG Chameleon, which is very cheap, but actually got kind of a big buff with the new crafting update. People have been making a lot of AUG Chameleon crafts and stuff like that. You have some other skins that are maybe not so cool, but let's take a look at the knives that we got in this thing. We have the bayonet bayonet. Obviously, we have the case hardened bayonet. You can get some blue gems, stuff like that. That would be pretty cool. Flip knives. You have, again, the OG knives. You have karambit. So obviously, you can have a chance to get that blue gem karambit. Would be very, very sick. And then on page 2, I'm not sure what else is in here. Yeah, just more karambits. And then obviously the M9 bayonet, again, with that case hardened. The people are going to be chasing after the really, really crazy case hardens and stuff. Operation Phoenix case, a little bit more expensive, pushing $4, but this is one that I do believe is still unboxed at a pretty decent clip. Operation Phoenix case, yeah, back here we have 37,000, almost 38,000 of these unboxed in the past week, doing very, very well. I think this is a cool case. Obviously, the price isn't as attractive as some of the other ones, but still a very, very cool case that has just a history of doing very well, and I think, we'll probably continue to do well as well. And again, if we get a little bit of a dip on this thing dips closer down to $3. These are Steam market prices. If it does dip down a little bit, hey, I don't think you could really go wrong picking up more of the Operation Phoenix case. Spectrum 2 case is another case that seems like it's been on a lot more people's radars as of late. Down 1% in the past month, so pretty much flat. And in the past year, it's up about 10%, which, again, that's nice gains for the course of a year. Let's pull up. I don't think I have the Spectrum 2 case pulled up anywhere yet. Let's take a look at what we got going on inside of the Spectrum 2 case. It's not one that I know as much about because I hadn't one that wasn't really on my radar a ton as much. We have the AK-47, the Empress, M4A1S leaded glass, kind of cool stuff. And then as far as the knives, we have some butterfly knives. We have the Bowie knife in the Doppler. Obviously, the Bowie knives recently got a big buff, so that's probably not a bad thing for the Spectrum 2 cases. We have the butterfly knives, obviously, where you can get the cool Doppler finishes. We have Huntsman. We have Shadow daggers. So nothing too crazy here. Obviously, butterfly knife, my favorite knives in the whole game. I would love to get, a butterfly knife emerald or ruby or black pearl or whatever. And Spectrum 2 is your opportunity for that. And again, this case done pretty well over the past year, up 10%. Nothing insane, but hey, I think a lot of people out there would take 10% returns with their cases. The revolver case is one that I do like a lot. I'm actually a little bit invested in the revolver case, nothing too crazy, but sitting at about $2 right now. Again, not the most insane price, but still pretty decent. Actually down 7% over the past year. But the revolver case, I do believe, is your cheapest way to go for those blue gem karambits. You have the M4A4 Royal Paladin, R8 Revolver Fade, AK-47 Point Disarray, so some decent skins there. But again, you do have the case hardened for the OG knives. You have the bayonet, again with the karambit down here, and then the M9 bayonet as well. But yeah, the chance to get the really high-end blue gem karambits out of the revolver for just $2 is something that a lot of people won't want to pass up, and is a very, very, very big opportunity. Revolver case, I don't think is opened up too crazy. 52,000 in the past week. Still pretty good openings, especially for that price point. But to me, the number one case for investing right now, this is the case that I am the most invested in, and it's going to continue to be the case that I am most invested in going forward in the future. One that I'm really loading up on, one that I'm really banking on doing well going forward. We'll have to wait and see. But this is the Prisma 2 case, and again, the price hasn't really reflected what's going on with it. Down 4% in the past month, and down 18% in the past year. To me, this is an opportunity to really buy the dip on something very, very investment grade. And again, if we get even more of a dip when some new content for CS2 comes out, I will be buying even more Prisma 2 cases. Yeah, that is because of these unboxing numbers. They are crazy. Over the past week, the Prisma 2 case is the most unboxed rare drop pool case in CS2. 150,000 Prisma 2 cases opened up in the past week. This is more than the Snakebite case, more than the Clutch case, even though the Clutch and Snakebite case have some huge, insane supplies. The Prisma 2 case still tops them. Now, the Prisma case is also very, very similar, but the Prisma 2 case I do love. Again, the price point under $1 for a case that's getting opened up this much. The supply is going to be getting ripped into. The supply is going to be getting absolutely eaten up. And again, in this case, we have some Doppler finishes for some very cool knives, but you have the Talon knife with the Doppler finishes, which is going to be pretty cool. You have some other knives that are not as cool, like Navaja and stuff like that, but you have the stiletto, and the Talon is going to be really cool as well. And then some of the skins inside of this one, you have the M4A1S Player 2, which is cool, Glock 18 Bullet Queen, Mac 10 Discotheque, Phantom Disruptor. So I don't know. To me, I don't necessarily understand all the hype. I don't know why it's open as much as it is, but people love opening this thing. Probably the attractive price point, whatever. And Talon knives are kind of on the come up. People do definitely like them and stuff. But yeah, Prisma 2 case is just absolutely insane. I love the fundamentals. I love the numbers behind it, and I love the price point. I love love the unboxings. I love that the supply is getting eaten into. To me, it makes perfect sense that the Prisma 2 case would be the #1 investment right now, and even at these current prices, but especially if this thing dips even more with like a new operation or whatever, could be coming to CS2 very soon. So I don't know. Those are some of my favorite cases in the market right now for investments. Again, this is all medium to long-term stuff. We're talking 1, 2, 3, 5 years for this stuff. I have no idea what's going to happen in the next month or 6 months or year or whatever, but I do think a couple years from now, the Prisma 2 case is going to be worth more than 70 cents, and I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm banking on that. I own a decent amount of Prisma 2 cases. We'll have to wait and see what happens from here. Pretty much it was the video today, guys. Hopefully catch the next one. Until then, peace.